Yo, what's going on? It's your man Siril, Beil.
I'm EasyMo.
And we are here at Junxion Sounds with the man, the one and only is Ray, I guess, to talk about everything.
What's going on, man? What's going on with y'all?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
New album time, man. New album time. Just excited for everybody to hear it. Ray is my last name.
Ray is your last name? See, I thought it was your first name. So I'm glad you had to clarify. And you talked about that on the album too a little bit.
Yeah, had to make sure everybody know like the origins of who I am for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So Ray, look, let's get right into it, man. It's been a long time since people have seen or heard from you. Yeah. What the hell you been doing?
A lot of working, man. Just a lot of taking my time, trying to put together this piece of work and give people something that's worth, waiting for, basically. Outside of that, just a lot of life shit, dealing with the pandemic, dealing with quarantine, trying to keep my sanity like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of that for sure.
Yeah, so 2 years, man, you've been in the back cave, pretty much, cooking up. Like, how do you feel now that the album is about to come out? I don't know when this is going to come out, before or after it's going to come out, but how do you feel about it now that you've had all this long layover? You know, because this is super long. Like a year is like, okay, but it's been 2 years, right?
About 2 years,
yeah. So like, how do you feel like that you're about to put out another project, but also like now that those 2 years have passed, do you feel like, damn, why did I wait that long? Or did you need that? Did you need that time?
I definitely needed it. It's just, when it comes to making albums, at least for me, like I gotta have some life experience, you know what I'm saying? I gotta have something to talk about, If I don't have nothing to talk about, then it's kind of like I'm just making shit for the fun of it. I'm trying to make sure to keep up with everybody else, and that's not how I get down, you know what I'm saying? So, now going through the 2 years, I really was just pacing myself, making sure that I put together the best piece of work that I could and put a lot of myself into it, A lot of my previous albums, granted, there are sprinkles of personal life aspects in it. I might give you a track or two talking about some things I'm going through. But this one, I really had to sit down and say, like, what makes Haran Haran? You know what I mean? What makes Ray Ray? What makes It's Ray, I guess? It's Ray, I guess. And how can I get that to people on a platter so they can really understand how it all comes into one, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely worth the wait, for sure.
I like that. So we keep talking about this 2 years, man. I have to ask you this because you're someone who, you consistently have your eyes and ears to the streets.
Yeah.
So with that 2 year span, did you have to like really sit back and just watch everybody go crazy, everybody do shit in the pandemic, and then you were just like, I want to, but I can't?
Yeah, man. Taking your time with something like this is hard because for exactly the reason you just said. You know what I'm saying? When you're an entrepreneur of any sort, even in your medium, it's like you have a year to go. Like every day, we gotta grind. We gotta, see what can I do that's gonna be better than the next person. That's kind of how we, geared. So when you stuck in a quarantine situation, when the music not ready, you don't really have nothing to offer, and you watching certain people pop up and people making noise and shit. It's just like, dang, like I want to be a part of that. It's like being an athlete, like, and you on injury reserve type shit. You recover from shit. You just got to sit back and watch the game. You know what I'm saying? But I sat back and I grew, man. Like you can't rush the process, and I learned that. And with the reception I'm receiving from certain people about the album already, it shows that it was worth it, So from here on out, I'm not even gonna trip about that part of how the process. I'm gonna just let the process be the process, and when the end result comes, I'm gonna be happy about it, just like I am now. You know what I'm saying? So.
Has this album been in the works for the last 2 years, or has it like, did you literally were just taking a break from music, and then in the last 6 months you started working on this?
It's actually been in the works for more than the last 2 years. Like, I don't know if you hear, but on Heaven's song at the very beginning, I said I've had this beat for 2 years. I had it 2 years before the last 2 years. So for 4 years, I've been holding on to this damn beat.
Sounds like some Ray shit.
Yeah, so that kind of goes back into when it's time, it's time. Like a lot of little things in here just came about at the right time.
So that brings me to my next question. When you said it's time, how do you know like now is a good time. Like, why not wait another 2 years?
That's a good question.
Thank God he did. Thank God he
What
did.
inspired you in this moment to like say like I'm ready to drop again. I'm ready for people to hear me.
His engineer.
He said you gotta get the shit in.
Yeah.
I got bigger things to do. Shout out Dawson, my dog. But nah, it's kind of like when you. I keep saying cliche shit, but when you know, you know. But it's just the moment has kind of come where I do all the writing, I find my beats, I do my shit, and the moment that I lock in with Dawson and record shit, he'll tell you I'm usually a quick record. Like this part of it is usually the easier part for me. Mm-hmm. It's just like because it's coming up with the concepts, trying to tell a cohesive story throughout lyrics and all that shit grinds my gears. I love it to death, but that should be the hardest part.
Yeah.
But once you finally make it to this point, it's kind of easy to just know that it's go time. Like, all right, we gotta get it going.
Yeah. We got any visuals ready to go? We got visual. Can we expect visuals or?
We got visuals coming for this album for sure. I wouldn't lie.
You said that before.
I know.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of red videos.
Because there are none. But I don't have one music
video. You don't
video.
have a single music video?
I don't, yeah.
Why?
I don't.
Why?
Because he's picky as shit, that's why.
That's really what it is. And
I'll
tell you the truth, since this is an interesting question. Never got this on camera before. I'm really picky, and also I'm a quality person. So like the type of shit that I want to execute, I need the right cameraman, which is not cheap. And also I need the right minds behind it and the right people to help me execute these things.
Treatment.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just been the main thing holding me back. But year after year, I learned certain things, how I want to execute like music videos, or when it comes to merch, there will be a merch by the end of the year, shit like that. Like, I'm learning.
Bro does not have a music video.
I don't have one, bro.
Listen, we've had this conversation multiple times.
Multiple
times.
My mind is blown.
I know.
Multiple times. I've sent treatments back and forth, and
we working on it.
At the end of the day, he gets the final say so.
We got music videos.
Or say no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's gonna say no to everything.
Don't do that.
So when is the actual release date?
It's gonna be January 21st. So we got 2 weeks, just about. That's gonna be on a Friday, so we right around the corner.
Dope.
Wow. So in this project, man, I think you talked about how you get personal. I think you got your most personal, most vulnerable. On songs like I Think Too Much, you say too much pride to admit I contemplate suicide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, I went through a period, man. Went through a period of deep depression, existential crises, and things like that. And I kind of just wanted to speak on it because I feel like in that line, like I said, a lot of people have too much pride to ever admit that or ever say they go through that kind of shit. Yeah. Like, what environment can you talk about that at? You know what I'm saying? So to say it for other people, I'm happy to do that, But since that period, I'm totally fine, and I'm in here for as long as God let me.
Yeah, we need you.
Yeah,
we need you here.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting, and then you go on to talk about how much of an introvert you are.
Yeah.
Kind of throughout the entire project, which we know you're an introvert, you don't like coming out the house, but you want to be in the mix of what's going on so damn bad. So how you balance that?
Just being an introverted extrovert, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough,
yeah, y'all know, man. Like, when we get the opportunity to be home, nigga, you will not see me. You know that more than anybody. But, when you have a profession where you have no choice but to show face, but to network and things like that, it's kind of like duty calls. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be out at the biggest event of the year. I gotta show people that I'm a part of this scene and things like that. So it's a tough balance. You know what I'm saying? But it's gotten me here, so I wouldn't stop it for nothing.
Facts. Yeah, the album, I got a chance to listen to it, and I agree, it's very personal, very vulnerable. One thing that I did want to ask you about was the relationship with your mother that you touched on. Yeah. So you never met your mother?
Yeah. So story about that was basically during the time that I was born or whatever, my dad was in the Navy, military guy, also a hood nigga. But yeah, so he
from the D.
Yeah, from the D.
That too. Yeah.
But so yeah, he had gotten a phone call from some lady, and she's like, hey, so we need you to come down to this adoption center and sign these papers so we can finalize it. And he's like, what are you talking about? He had already known, of course, that, you know, the woman he had got pregnant was pregnant, but he didn't know that she had me and stuff. So she kind of kept on the low. And he said he popped up at the office, and I was right over in the corner somewhere, and he saw me, and I saw him, and I started crawling right to him. He's like, nah, man, like, give me my kid. And that was how that went. And he raised me by himself.
So he picked you up from an adoption center?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was like this close.
Whoa.
So, yeah, and he raised me by himself. And then...
Did you have a beard?
I had to. Beard and a smile. Yeah, everybody come with one.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you still to this day have never talked?
Yeah. So I've never met her. When I was 16, I think she sent me a Facebook request to be friends, and I remember I had like a whole moment with my dad talking about it. Like, so what do I do? Like, should I say something or whatever? He was like, what do you feel comfortable doing? You know, and I didn't accept it, but I do want to let it be known it's not like a beef thing. Like I joke all the time, and I tell people it's not like an Eminem, I fucking kill you, I hate you, mom type shit. It's nothing weird. It's just everything worked out the way it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's crazy because you know most of the time, you know, you don't hear that family dynamic with a mom.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
how's that affected you? Like,
it's different. You know,
you know, every daughter needs their dad and every son needs their mom.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll say, and I also touched on this. Luckily, I did have Netta, which was.
Was she at the end?
Yes.
Okay, that's why I was confused.
Yeah, exactly. A lot to clear that up because I'm sure people will ask that.
Okay.
Netta is like my godmother. Like she was my dad's girlfriend at the time, and she stepped up and was my mother at the time. So she is like the mother figure to me. Everything that I needed, every bit of care, every bit of whatever, she was always there. And when she didn't have to be, she was just, you know, my dad's partner at the time, and she looks out for me to this day.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so that whole family, I love them to death. And actually, what is it? Better Days touches on my upbringing with my biological family, and in the second half it talks about my upbringing with Netta and the people and part of that family. So yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Damn. That's beautiful.
It kind of comes full circle, man, because you shouted out your dad a lot over the course of the years and on all different types of records and everything. And now we get to this point where we can understand why you love and respect and admire this man so much.
Exactly.
So shout out to Pops, man. Surprised he ain't here right now.
Oh, right.
Probably barbecue.
But yeah, that's my dog, man. That's like my big brother, that's my dad, that's my mom. There was a time when I used to tell my dad Happy Mother's Day because he was there. Like, who else am I saying too? You know what I'm saying? So that's my guy, like 100%.
Yeah. Another thing about you being so vulnerable on this album, and also felt like you had other people being vulnerable on the album. Yeah. When the rap. Yeah. I was like, I don't think I heard this rap in a minute. You know?
It was vivid too.
Oh man, it was beautiful. And how did you feel about Rab's verse?
That is one of the greatest verses he's ever spit in his life. I don't know if he know that. And I tell people all the time. Rab is like Jay-Z to me. Like getting a verse from Rab is something totally different. You know what I'm saying? I got two.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed.
Rab is built like that for sure.
Yeah, that's big bro in a lot of different ways. I look up to that guy. You know what I'm saying? So to have him really pull back some layers and talk about some deep shit that he really didn't have to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm honored that he would be okay with doing that on my record. You know what I'm saying? And doing that with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm talking about some heavy shit on half the song also. So
Did you play him any of the other records prior to that, or just that one?
Just that one. Every feature is also going to hear the whole album, just like everybody else.
Wow.
So nobody else knows who else is on it or none of that.
That's kind of tight. Yeah. Man, let's get into something because you are somebody who is a lot of balance and a lot of imbalance.
Okay.
You want love so bad, but you keep saying fuck love. So which one is it, man?
Hey,
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you, mama?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Hey, anybody out there you see Ray outside, give him a hug, man.
I know who you are.
I just like being the mirror for everybody else, bro. Like, I just like talking
I
about.
like being in the mirror for his damn self.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I like standing in the mirror.
Yeah, but no, it's just I just know everybody done been there, bro. Done loved somebody who wasn't good for them. Done loved somebody who was good for them. Then wanted somebody who was better than they last, and all these different things. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the importance when I write these love songs. It's just speaking for the people who don't have a voice and shit. Like,
so you can tell them all that. I know. I know you know you. So
well, you know half of that is true.
Yeah, exactly.
They leave me alone.
Nah, man, because we're at this place where people do need to open up. People do need to say, like, look, this is what I want, but this is why I don't want it.
Right.
Even on the song, you said, I thought love was great until I saw the tax that came with it. You know what I'm saying? So you saw the real price of what it really is and how it affects people. So,
exactly.
You know, like, have you been hurt?
Oh yeah, of course. You know, we all have been. I've been hurt plenty of times. You know, I've been loved plenty of times. So it's just, to me, I'm a real balanced guy. Like, I know for every yin there's a yang. You know what I'm saying? Or yang or whatever you call it. But and it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay to realize that they both exist. You know, I'm not looking to be perfectly happy. I'm not looking to be utterly sad. I'm just trying to show people it's cool to have all those emotions.
You want to be right in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you want to argue one day and then
Hell yeah.
make up the next day.
I'm a damn Gemini. I'm gonna do that next day. I'm trying to do the same day. No, look.
Off topic. I got a question for you, man. So how did your name, It's Ray, I guess, become your official rap name?
Yeah, that's a funny one. Basically, to go back to like high school days when I was making my first Instagram, I typed in like 5 different names and all of them bitches was taken, and I got frustrated and I just said It's Ray, I guess. That's how I got my rap name. But it's funny because I went through a lot of different rap names before I even landed on this one. So I was Ray with an @ sign in the middle throughout high school, and that was my shit. I thought I had something. I was like, yeah, ain't nobody else doing this. So
nobody else in the world.
Yeah, right.
In the world.
Yeah, right. I got this. But then I just went with regular Ray, and I've told the story before, but I was out at an event with the Dreamers. You know, the whole crew was there. I think it was at Commonwealth, turning up, chilling, all this stuff, and Artie pulled up to me. Artie Basquiat had a drink in his hand. I'm like, what up, bro? Blah, 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 blah. And he ran and was like, hey, man, you got to change your name. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't like Ray for you, bro. It's like, you need something else, like the homie Ray or like something. Like, and I'm like, dog, it's cool. Like, we turning up. I don't want to hear that shit right now. But over like the next like couple of weeks, I just started thinking about it. I'm like, that is kind of like plain. Like, I don't know, I needed to do something, and I just kept seeing my actual Instagram name, and I'm like, that's the only name I ever gave myself that I was comfortable with. So, and it stands out, and it's me. You know what I'm saying? So
it does.
It's Ray, I guess.
It's like It's Ray, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the birth of that.
It's the character of who you are.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, there was some Childish Gambino influence too, in the sense of like he got his name through like
the generator,
the Wu-Tang name generator, just fucking around. And I kind of felt the same like kind of feeling of like they gonna look at this as like a joke, and then when I turn it serious, they're gonna respect it. And that task is cooler to me to be like, yeah, you're not gonna respect it until you do, and once you do, you're gonna be like, it's Ray, I guess it's crazy, and niggas gonna look at you like, for real, dead ass. You know
that was shock.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, really?
Exactly.
So now that you're back, you're getting ready to drop this new album. You're getting ready for the rollout and doing all that. Yeah. Are you ready for? Because I mean, you've done music before, and you know you've been around for a minute doing your thing. And every artist coming up in the game understands the frustrations of everything else surrounding the actual music part.
Right.
Are you ready to get back into the hustle, the journey of like networking, trying to book shows and management and and marketing and doing all this shit? Are you prepared mentally for that?
Yeah.
Bullshit?
All the shit you hate.
No, all right, it's great, man. Yeah, no, I'm ready, man. I'm just ready to take the next step. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've rapped in almost every way possible to show people I really do this shit for real. I've written every kind of song, been on every type of beat, you know, done every type of interview, everything. So I'm like, you know, I want to see what's next for me. I'm trying to step out my comfort zone. I'm trying to, you know, show the world what I got. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the shit that got to come with it, then come.
What is that? What is the next step for you? What do you think? What do you want the next step to be?
It's time to go on tour. It's time to get out the city. It's trying to put my name in the city. Like it's a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just be an artist out here. I'm trying to be one of the artists out here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I just got every bit of potential to be something great. So whatever I got to do to make that happen, I'm about to do that shit. So that's
do you still think you have a chip on your shoulder?
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Every day I feel like niggas don't think I rap for real, or they don't think that I got it like I do. So I talk that shit on purpose.
I feel like you think that more than anybody else.
I love it though. I love that I feel that way.
You gotta fight for people's ears though, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll listen. Like I'm out in the streets, right? As I always tell you.
You're not the streets.
And they'll be like, "Yo, where's Ray? I love Ray. Ray's dope. This and that." And then I'll talk to him, and he's like, "Man, niggas ain't believe me." I'm like, "No, it's the complete opposite." And then I listen to a project from him, and I'm like, "He don't think niggas know he can rap."
I don't, man. I grew up feeling that way. Like high school days when I used to try to convince people, like, "Yo, give me a shot. Yo." At every point in my career, all the way up to now, I ran into people who want to kind of like keep me at a certain level, and I'm like, "No, I'm better than that." So I have to feel that way. Even if everybody in the world loved me today, I'll say like, "Nah, y'all don't get it."
Yeah. I think a big problem with that maybe is because you haven't had any videos. Because
what it is.
you rap.
Right.
Like you're not making the connection.
That's all it
bro.
is.
You know what I mean?
Maybe I would get it. Maybe I chill.
People have to see it to believe it.
That's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's facts.
Like,
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna write that down. I need that. I need
people
some
gotta
videos.
see you rap. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's definitely where it comes from. Plus, Kanye West was the reason why I started doing music, and that's the biggest "I told you so" nigga in hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? So having that kind of confidence in myself that's where that come from. It's just regardless of what somebody tell me, I'm not as good as I was, or I'm not as good as I need to be, or there's some nigga out in Alabama rapping better than me, or doing some shit better than me. Fuck that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just keep pushing. So that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's like a burning feeling that I get, like a fiery feeling I get in my, like, I can feel it physically. You know what
Like
I'm
he
saying?
said, I think people want to see you, man.
You have to. They have
Your
to.
energy is so infectious, and like I said, everybody who talks to me about you, they're like, "Where is he?" You know what I'm saying? I miss him. I miss seeing him. I miss watching him dance at a party. You know what I'm saying? And then playing music to my ear. You know, at an event. Like, bro, people love you, and they just want to see you more. They want to experience you. And for the people who don't know you, you got to give them that same opportunity as well.
Yeah, and I do want to say thank you to anybody who support me. I see y'all. But yeah, I do want to say thank you to anybody who support me because, you know, I might not have the most, you know, Instagram followers or the most playlists on Spotify or plays on Spotify streams or any of that shit like that, but my shit is really, I got a real core fan base of people who fuck with me, and I noticed that, you know what I'm saying? I can have, somebody can have 10K followers and still not even get as many likes on shit that I get because out of the 1,500 people that follow me, I know about 1,300, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love all of them, you know? So that the people who support me are important to me for real.
And you also have a Grammy-nominated engineer, right?
I do. He's somewhere in here.
I mean,
there he is.
You know.
Hi, Dawson. How you doing, buddy?
Dawson, how do you feel about the album?
Oh, that's great. It's his best work by far.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hands down.
Damn.
did he rush you with it? Did he rush you?
No. Absolutely.
I ain't had no-
2 years in the making. That was not
Stamp and seal. Stamp and seal.
Yeah, but no, I love Dawson, man. We've been doing this shit for a long time, back to the Boy to Home days and shit, back 2017, 2018. So to be 4 years like in it, and just to see his growth and you know everything he's been accomplishing is dope. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, because we've all been around for a while in the city, so we know where Dawson came from and shit, and from a fucking small room studio to what we in right now. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm proud of him, and I'm happy I get to work with him.
One last thing about Dawson, man. Dawson was in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe he was in Atlanta. He probably was somewhere else crazy. I'm talking to him, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, how is it? How's it going?" And he's like, "Man, it's crazy, but I can't wait to come back and get to work."
Yeah.
He's like, "As soon as I get back, I'm hitting up Ray." Bro, do you understand how crazy that is? The rooms of the people that was in the rooms that he was in, and like he's thinking about coming back to work with Ray.
Damn. Nah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's deep. But nah,
Don't make me
that's,
cry.
nah, that's deep. But that's my guy, bro. Like for real. All my crazy ass ideas I be trying to bring to life, and I have no idea how to communicate to him ever. Whenever we're mixing shit, I'm horrible at it. Like you can ask him, but he'll always get what the fuck I'm talking about, and he'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate
Additional
it.
voices and ad libs and all that
I
stuff.
always talk about the It's Ray session because it was like layer of just random ass fucking ad libs, and he's like, "You want to keep that?" I'm like, "Yeah, keep it. I'll just keep everything I'm doing right now. Just keep going." So, but yeah, that's my guy.
Dope. So what is your favorite album? I mean, not favorite album. What is your favorite track off the album?
Personal favorite is
Like if you were walking up to a fan that doesn't know, a potential fan, and you said, "This album is great. Listen to this song." What song would it be?
Personal favorite is Better Days. Just because it kind of captures a memory, you know what I'm saying, and it's real vivid for me. So Better Days, King Me is fun.
Talking shit.
Yeah. King Me, and then Love and Pain. Those are like my three, I think, standouts for sure. Yeah.
So,
What about y'all? Because I want to hear from y'all.
Balance.
Yeah, balance.
Yeah,
Okay.
just because I remember when you played it at the crib,
Yeah.
and I think you rapped it to me, and I was like, damn, this is so different. Of course he rapped it. You know? We were in the kitchen on the island, and like, you know.
They didn't want me to have it recorded. I'd be like rawest like form.
He'd be like, okay,
Be
listen to
here,
this, and I'm gonna rap,
and I'm rapping.
but I want you to listen
You-
and look at me. It's like you're the whole ass show, but I think balance just because it's so groovy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So groovy and just it's different, but it's still you.
Bet.
Yeah.
For you?
I would have to go with the I don't know what it's called, but with the rap.
Yeah, Heaven Song.
Heaven Song.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It's just a beautiful song, like that from top to bottom. Your verse, his verse. It was just the vibe of it. You know, those are the kind of records that really touch my spirit and my soul, and people are being like, you know what I mean,
Open like that.
open like that. So it was an impressive song for sure. It was impressive.
Thank you. Shout out to Rap again.
Yeah, definitely.
Dawson, you got a favorite, bro?
Heaven song.
Heaven Song? Fuck yeah.
I
Yeah.
like I Can Do It Too.
Yeah.
That's the one I just said. Was Heaven Song?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. That's the one for me.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he's gonna need like full video.
Hey, I'm gonna need some videos.
No, you need like a whole.
I need the whole album.
You don't have to one.
I gotta do a
visual album.
Jesus
I
Christ.
might have to make it happen, bro. Yeah,
Some,
so-
but
yeah.
well, we're glad to have you back on the scene, man. Back pushing,
Yes,
back,
man.
you know what I mean. We're excited to see how this album rolls out. I'm sure it's gonna get a great feedback, but we would like to see a little bit more.
Definitely.
A little bit more Ray.
Visually.
Come on now.
We're gonna get
Come on
visuals.
now.
Since that, we just the whole thumbnail is gonna say visuals all over it. That's just all it's gonna say. But yeah, definitely.
But look, man, I want you to know as a brother, I'm proud of you, man. I'm definitely proud of you. You told me about this. You said you wanted to do it. You had it mapped out in your head, no matter how crazy it looked to other people,
Yeah.
and you did that shit.
Thank you, bro. I'm really happy with this one. Like I said, I get kind of emotional talking about this one because I ain't never really dug deep, and really had to cohesively put something together like this. This is a little different when you're talking from experiences and you mentioning real names and things like that. And I'm proud of it. Like I get to have my favorite aunties' voices on my album. I get to have my mother on my album.
Yeah.
My dad, pop and shit. A whole bunch of other shit. So to have those voices also cemented as part of my own legacy is pretty dope. So,
that was your pops in the skit where he was talking about
getting hoes and all this other shit. Yeah, that's my dad.
I didn't catch it down. That was your dad.
Yeah, fuck you mean? That's my daughter.
Beautiful. Yeah. So it's personal. As somebody who got a sneak peek, it was definitely cohesive and it was definitely vulnerable and it was a beautiful project. Yeah.
Thank you guys, man, for real. Like, I'm just glad. First off, we gotta give it up to our interviewers because these are two prominent guys in the city right now running this shit.
Appreciate it,
Shout out
man.
Siril, shout out E for
Thank you,
real.
bro.
Yeah, thank y'all for this shit.
Definitely shout out E, man. This is like, look,
Hey, I got a lot of respect for you.
you don't even know. You don't even know how much respect I got for you. We got projects on the way.
Yeah, facts.
So that's the dopest part about it.
Talk about
That aren't about
And Ray, for the record, Ray is the first person who brought me and Siril together to do our first.
Yeah.
This is the first time me and him have ever done
This is
something
tight.
officially.
So don't y'all be out there trying to emulate what we just did because you can't do it. You can't do it.
Busters, originators in this room. All
Shout
of
out to Dawson, you know, the one
the lingerer.
Yeah. Shout out Christian. He filming.
Yeah. And Ray, shout out you, man. Look, when does the project come out?
January 21st, couple weeks. Shit is coming out. I would appreciate it if y'all all listen to it, give feedback, share with a friend, all that. It's a real one. So go run it up.
Yeah. I go by the name of Siril Beil.
I'm EasyMo. That's Dawson. He doesn't talk much. Till next time.